Welcome to the Girl Gang. I'm Katrina Gardner of Katrina and Create.
And I'm Dominique Goyette-Connerty of Evergreen Marketing. On this show, we're going to chat with women business owners in Massachusetts and those who support local women in business.
Because girls don't just want to have fun. They also want to sell real estate.
They want to open a brewery.
They want to teach others to invest in the stock market.
They want to take stunning photos, plan lavish parties, and help people recover from injuries.
Girls just want a podcast.
What can we say?
We're girls.
Welcome to Girls Just Wanna.
Yep, that's us.
We're the girls.
And we just wanna.
We just wanna talk to you.
Sure. And also be protected against COVID and flu this season. I got both shots this week. Mm-hmm. So I went in to get my flu shot and I wasn't sure I don't know what the guidelines are anymore about like how frequently you should get a COVID booster.
Sure.
So I was like, I went in, got my flu shot in my left arm because I'm a righty. So like my dominant hand, I would prefer not to be sore. Mm-hmm. And while she was doing it, I was like, oh, do you know if I can get a COVID booster yet? And she was like, well, when was your last one? And I told her, she's like, yeah, no, you're overdue. You can get it. So I got that. And without asking, she just put it in the same arm, which in the last, 3 years now that I've gotten a COVID and flu shot at the same time, I've gotten them in separate arms.
Sure.
So I'm always vaxxed in one arm. And she just put them both in my left arm.
Okay.
Which at first I was like, that's going to hurt. Let me tell you. I have never been in less pain from a vaccine. Is that the secret sauce? Just get them both injected right here? Yeah. So I was not at all sore the next day, which I'm normally like so sore from vaccines. I don't know if I like tense up too much when they're like injecting me, but you know, because I'm so muscular, of course.
Of course.
But I'm always sore for like 3 days.
Yeah.
No matter how much I like hydrate, sleep, stretch, like move it, whatever. And this time I was not even sore. Like I was barely sore.
I don't usually get that sore.
I do.
Maybe because I have a lot of extra like padding in my arms. It's just...
I don't know about that.
Oh, no, my family growing up, my sister lovingly told me I have Finnish washerwoman arms.
Oh?
Yeah. I don't think that's why my arms...
So annoying.
I think that was me. Anyway.
If you're not watching,
I didn't fix it yet. I'm sorry.
there's a little thumbs up thing that pops up on the computer, unless Katrina can somehow cut that out. But
okay. So yeah, I usually don't get that sore.
Well, anyways, I got both of mine in the same arm, and this is a good reminder that if you haven't gotten yours yet for the season, you should probably do that. If not for yourself, then for the people around you.
I need to get mine.
You know, you're going to spend holidays with the fam. You're going to be around a bunch of people. Maybe you're going to big parties. Mm-hmm. That's my 2 cents. Mm-hmm. If you didn't come here for medical advice, sorry. I gave it anyways.
Yeah, I mean, I think that most of the people that I'm celebrating holidays with wouldn't care if I had COVID when I went to see them because they don't care.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
On that note. But yeah, I am going to go get my vaccines.
Good. Yeah. It's just a little reminder.
Yeah.
And in other medical related news, I guess, I'm going back to therapy for the first time in like 7 weeks. I lost health insurance there for a hot second. So I was without insurance for a month, which is a whole other story. But I got new insurance as of November 1st. And my therapist is out of network. So that's like a whole other thing that I have to go through. We have to fill out.
It's been a process.
Yeah, and I'm like, TikTok. I'm clearly in need of therapy. Have you seen me in the past
She's
few
mentally
weeks?
unstable.
So I'm like, hello, calling the insurer. Like,
Dominique is not thriving.
yeah, I'm like, hello, it's election season and I need therapy. So anyways, it's been back and forth with insurance. We had to do a prior authorization form and fax that, and then they didn't get the fax, and then we had to refax it, and then they got the fax, and then they called her, and then she had to relay it to me, and so...
What a horrible system for people who need therapy.
Gee, don't you think?
Yeah. Like...
I mean, we already know healthcare in this country is fucked.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so it's been such a process, and I'm just like, good thing I'm not, like, very mentally ill. I'm only a little mentally ill. So, you know, yeah, it's been a process. So I'm thinking about...
Yeah.
Give me your 2 cents here. Should I make a nice slideshow presentation for Rebecca? Here's what you've missed in the last 7 weeks.
Yes, 100%.
Get her caught up.
What a reunion it will be.
Because I have so many stories, of course.
Yeah.
And so many thoughts from the last 7
You're
weeks.
going to have to make it like a 4-hour session.
Right. I'm going to have to put them all together.
Yeah.
It'll be a mega therapy session.
I think the PowerPoint slideshow would help. Just make sure that you can...
Stay on topic.
Yeah,
And I get through all the
everything.
stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll do that.
Yeah.
I'll be like, welcome to my life. Here's what you missed in the last 7 weeks. Swipe,
love
swipe,
it.
swipe, 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 swipe. Also, the world's on fire. Swipe, swipe, swipe. So,
Well, I'm glad that you are on your way to getting back on track.
I think next week. So, by the time you see this, I will be therapized again.
Oh, thank God.
I think so. Let's hope for no more roadblocks.
Yeah.
All right. With that said, we have an exciting guest again this week. Let's bring her in. Welcome to the show, Bri Azier, whose last name I just learned to pronounce. Owner of Bri's Sweet Treats.
Yes.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming.
Sweet to be here.
Oh,
It's sweet to have you here. We're so excited.
we love your chocolates.
Yes.
By the way,
Yes.
I've had many different items. I don't know about you.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
good.
for sure.
All right.
So
So
the freeze-dried candy.
we're
the
loyal.
chocolate.
We're dedicated.
We love it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you for coming on the show. For people who don't know, Bri's Sweet Treats, haven't seen you out and about, haven't been to the store, give them a quick overview of obviously what it is you do. I know it's in the name, but
That's all right.
Gotta let people
so,
know.
I am the owner, head treat maker of Bri's Sweet Treats. We make handcrafted, award-winning candy. I have a retail store. All the candy is handcrafted, and they are my own original recipes.
Wow.
And we really specialize in branded treats, gifting for personal and corporates, and we do team building truffle making classes.
Ooh. Okay, sold on every aspect of what you just said.
Yes.
Oh, and I have to mention, we are home of the famous giant peanut butter cup. It weighs almost
Yeah.
1/4 pound each. It has its own national news segment, and super proud to say we've been featured on Phantom Gourmet.
Oh, wow.
That's amazing. That's
very
really
impressive.
exciting.
Also very delicious. I've had that. I've had, I think, the Twix cup.
Yes.
So
Is that what it is?
we renamed it. Oh, so
Okay.
you are, hold on, round of applause. You are an OG Bri
you.
Sweet Treats fan. Because when I first started, my Bri mix was named the Twixie, but I'm very opposed to being sued by Twix.
Oh,
fair.
So
Yeah.
we
No, I'm
renamed
also
it.
opposed to that for you.
Yeah, so remix. But kudos to you,
Hey, you.
because I have to tell my employees, someone may come and ask for a Twixie. And
Yeah.
that is no
Yeah.
longer the name for quite some time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have been known to, on more than one occasion, go to Bri Sweet Treats, pick up some chocolate, head over to Bedlam Book,
Oh,
and I sit down and I read my book and I drink my chocolate latte and I eat my chocolate.
Oh
and
my
it's
gosh.
like the best solo date experience of my life. Because that's just how I get out of the house to get away from my kid, who I love.
Yeah.
but we still are
totally
moms,
love
and
that.
we
Yes.
still need some time every
Yes.
now and then. There's no problem with
Yes.
that.
So I go and I read my book and I eat Bri Sweet Treats, and it's just so
Guys,
good.
she's talking about the Canal District in Worcester. She comes from the Worcester Public Market,
Yeah.
goes over to
Yeah.
Bedlam Books and like the Crompton Collective. So
It's a great way to
Whole
spend a day.
experience.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it's great.
Yeah.
And speaking of motherhood, which I am not, but I was reading on your website that this all got started with the help of your son.
Absolutely. So he was 6 at the time. So just real briefly, I'll tell you how Bri Sweet Treats got started.
Yeah.
Because most people are very surprised to learn that I have zero culinary experience.
Yeah.
None. And I really don't even like making. I don't even really like making chocolate, and candy is not my most favorite thing in the world.
Interesting.
But I have a heart to give. I always have been. I got the last Making a Difference Community Service Scholarship to attend Clark University back in 2001.
Wow.
And the pandemic came, and I had 15 years of corporate recruiting experience, and I was working from home. And my 6-year-old son is very much like me, and he did not like the sadness.
Yeah.
And we want to make people happy. So we jumped online and learned how to make some candy, confection, treat boxes.
Yeah.
And we just started passing them out to friends and family with the goal of brightening their spirits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that happened. People were so happy, and we were happy, like really fulfilled. And then people started asking how they could get more.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So Bri Sweet Treats was born.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Another pandemic-born business.
Yeah.
Oh, we are part of the Great Resignation.
Yeah.
And not only that, I was doing a Bible study at the time, a Proverbs 31 Bible study with my sister, and we encouraged and were a part of a lot of other women being part of the Great Resignation,
Wow.
who at a time had no way to take care of their family. Their jobs were shut down.
Yeah.
Schools
Yeah.
were shut down.
Yeah.
And we had them
Right.
reach into them inner selves and find their entrepreneur
Yeah.
and start bringing
What a
money to their
time.
family.
When
Yeah.
kids are home, and you have to take care of the kids, and there's no place to daycares are closed, any sort
Schools
of center
are
is
closed,
closed.
restaurants
Yes.
are closed.
Yes.
Everything,
So-
libraries, churches, literally like the whole world was closed, and they're like,
Yeah.
take care of your family, here's a stimulus.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It wasn't enough.
Yeah.
How does one learn to just, like you said, without culinary experience or anything, just make these delicious chocolates? and candy-
Award-winning.
Yeah. Decadent.
So
You become this self-made chocolatier.
I pride myself, so I love it. We deal with all kinds of confections and candy, from compound to real, and everything differs. How did I figure it out? YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube,
The internet.
Facebook, the internet, trial and error, laughing. When I tell you I have zero culinary experience to this day, right now, 3.5 years in, with 8 incredible awards under my belt, I'm still figuring it out.
Yeah.
Every day is something new, because I don't have that pastry chef,
Yeah.
gourmet training. I'm Bri Sweet Treats, who just wants to make people happy, who likes to
Yeah.
eat food, and I'm figuring out how to make this candy the way I
Yeah.
would hope to eat it and see it out in the world.
Yeah.
And you still come up with like new inventions. It seems like on a regular basis, I see this new product, that new product.
Yeah.
I mean, where do you get the inspiration? How do you decide what it is you want to make next? Are you kind of getting a little bit of input from customers, from family? I mean,
I love that. Inspiration is a great word, because there's so many people out there that think they literally came up with everything, and
Yeah.
if someone makes it, then you're copying them. No,
Yeah.
it's inspiration.
Yeah.
So, like, for example, I'm making the Dubai chocolate bar. A lot of other candy shops are making the Dubai chocolate bar. It's a viral TikTok chocolate bar. Of
Yeah.
course we're all making it.
Yeah.
So some ways that I start to make my candy is based off of trends, but I'm so anti-trend. I'm actually really surprised right now that I'm even making the Dubai
Yeah.
bar, because I'm usually like, nope. But I also take things and do it my own way. So everyone
Yeah.
else's Dubai bar out there is small, 5 to
Yeah.
7 ounces. Like you could eat it by yourself. My Dubai bar is that thick, that long,
Yeah.
10 ounce, more than 10
Yeah.
ounces. Like, share it, go on 5 Soho dates. So I take things and I make them my own. So our freeze-dried candy is what was featured on Phantom Gourmet.
Yeah.
But again, being anti-trend, I don't like to do what anyone else is doing. So we try to make it our own, right? So we have a sweet and sour that we created the flavor profile, and we have a sour. We just don't take someone else's sour items and then freeze dry it. We create it, we get the citric acid and the malic acid and all these stuff that you probably have no idea about.
Right.
And we create our own flavors. But we also focus on quality. So many people have said, I've tried so-and-so's, or I've tried freeze-dried candy from everywhere.
Yeah.
And literally none of it
Yeah.
is like yours.
Yeah.
We're not. Sometimes a lot of people don't realize this. Like, a lot of people are not selling candy like legitimately, right? Selling out of their home. They're not licensed. They're not insured.
Right.
They're using their freeze dryer that they use to freeze dry who knows what in. You know what I mean? And it's not necessarily a safe experience.
Right,
Okay. So we are 100%, obviously we're food regulated, insured, licensed, all of that. And my candy machine is only for candy. And the way that it takes start to finish more than 12 hours to make any bag of freeze-dried candy from conception to bag, package, and label and out the door. So,
yeah. I feel like you're touching upon like so many amazing things. Like one, you don't need to be like an expert to be successful. But also there's a lot more that goes into the business than just like being able to do the thing. Like, yes, you can make the food or you can make the candy or you can make the drinks, but that's not a business unless you do all the business things. That come along with
and
it.
you put yourself at risk. So, like, shout out to my good friend Haley Noel, who was the owner of Donut Homies, a young, brilliant entrepreneur who inspired me almost 4 years ago because she told her story about how she started in her house.
And she's so young.
Yeah.
She's amazing.
And then somebody called the health department on her because she was doing it out of her home. And, like, they thought they were ruining her business, but they started an empire because she went out and she got certified and permitted and then opened this amazing store. And I kind of, the same thing happened to me in terms of just doodling from my house and selling things. To someone obviously being upset about that, calling the food department on me. Good, thank you, whoever you were. And me watching that podcast at the same time really was like, okay, I have something legit. I can do this. I can turn the corner. And I went out and I got certified, all that stuff, and the rest is history.
And wow, what a domino effect. I mean, all these years later. I mean, and it's only been, what, 3.5 years, you said?
3.5 years.
Several awards.
Crazy.
Retail location. You do
2.
pop-ups.
Do you know I just opened my second location inside the DCU Center?
Oh, I did see that. I did see that. I forgot about that. Yes.
I'm so proud.
Oh, I mean, amazing. And we've seen you. I've seen you at pop-ups, like you tabled at conferences that I was at. You're on
We've
the go.
stuffed our bags at the Central Mass Conference.
the women's conferences, right?
We'll take 3 of that. You're like, oh, for you and your No,
this is just
this is for me. She's going to do a separate order, actually.
So I have my retail store. We are wholesale licensed, which means we can sell our candy to other stores who can then sell it. I have my festivals and fairs. We do all the big fairs. We like Spencer Fair, Sterling Fair, Bolton Fair. Maybe we'll even get into like Woodstock and Topsfield, but we're not there yet. And then I also do the corporate, the branded treats, the weddings, the graduation, the high-level customization. So we have just so many different segments of our business running at the same time, which allows us to grow so quickly and for everyone to know who we are. Because we're everywhere and we just won't let you forget us.
So something that I think is so incredible is the business is relatively young, like 3.5 years. And so many businesses, struggle to grow in those first years. And you've grown to the point where it's not just you and it's not just one location. You've got a couple of locations and you've probably got employees and like the whole thing in less than 4 years is just amazing. And I don't know if you have like, what do you think it is that makes that success happen? Is it the heart? Is it, the drive? Is it like...
It is a combination. It is all of those things because you can't have the talent without the drive to sustain it. I actually just read an awesome thing on Facebook today. It said people forget that getting the success is just part of it. Sustaining it is a whole nother story. So for me, I literally have always known that I was going to have a corner office and I was going to be at the top, but ignorantly I thought it was going to be someone else's company, not my own. So now and I've always had this drive, and I joke around with people, if you have ADHD, I'm with you. I say God gave me like a super dose of ADHD and then said, let me show you how to harness it. Because I literally never stop working, literally never ever. And I'm always thinking, how can we pivot, how can we grow? Every year we've had a major obstacle that we were like, if we cannot overcome this obstacle, then we're not going to be a business because we're not going to be happy. and we don't want to live our life like this. So like every year or even every 6 months, we tackle a major problem and make sure that it's off of our plate. But as you grow, there's just another major thing. So we're just literally always goaling ourselves, overcoming obstacles to see growth, to streamline. Our next goal is to get out of my house. I'm doing all of this out of my house.
Wow.
We revenued, made, sold over $250,000 in candy out of my house. That's not profit, folks. Business is a long. It trickles on down. 35% of that goes to my employees. Another 30% goes to cost of goods. So either way, but all of this out of my house. So the next 3-year goal is to be out of my house in a commercial little Worcester's Central Mass's own like Hebert Candy Mansion, the nostalgia of kind of what it used to be. That's what I want, and I never want it to go away. You know, I want it to always be here because it's important, community. You know.
A little more about the product. So you've talked about the freeze-dried candy. You've talked about the Dubai bar that you're making. What are some other like signature Bri's sweet treats that are very popular among the masses?
So we have some real standard items, right? So we're home with famous giant peanut butter cup.
Sure.
Almost 1/4 pound each. Literally a cult following for that. Has its own news segment. If you go to my link tree, you can actually find it. It happens here. It was awesome. So we made the peanut butter cup, and people just went wild for our peanut butter concoction, which we make. Not straight from peanuts, but you know, we mix concoctions together. It's not just slapping peanut butter in a candy. That would be crazy. So we had to make our chocolate covered peanut butter cannolis because the peanut butter cup was so popular. And then also I live in New England, so we had to do the Fluffernutter cup.
Oh, yes, of course.
That we only released like 6 weeks ago, and it is so popular. But our Bri Witches are, if you are a corporate business, if you've been to any event that has had a branded Oreo, that's probably us. But we call them Bri Witches. Because again, I'm really opposed to being sued by Oreo. And Small World.
Business lady.
Right? In Small World, they apparently Oreo has thousands of lawyers, and my lawyer happened to be one of their lawyers, and they were like, "We love that you're asking about this, but since you did, and we know, we're gonna have to tell you to cease and desist." I was like, that's why I was asking. So we're on the same page, anyways, because I was pivoting.
Yeah, you're like, I wasn't trying to do it. I was trying to talk about not doing it.
Bri Witch, that's what we call it. Beautiful chocolate covered, confection and chocolate covered cookie sandwich.
Yes. Yep. That's it.
But businesses knowing that stuff. People like recently, for example, I was lucky enough, I made candy for Iron Maiden. Iron Maiden. Like, they are one of the most legendary rock bands in the world. 3.4 million followers on Instagram, almost like 5 on Facebook, like incredible. And I was privileged enough, because I'm DCU family, to make candy for their whole crew. And I got permission to use their images and imagery on this candy. And we posted it. So when people are like, how can I buy it? How can I buy it? How can I buy it? And I'm like, I love that you want to buy this. However, I got a one-time license permission for this. I do not own the rights to these things. I cannot make money off of Iron Maiden selling my candy. It's like, so, I can make music notes. I can do golden microphones. We can do a lot of music themed things. But as soon as I put someone else's trademark image on there, I am crossing that line. So legally, I don't tiptoe in those tulips.
I used to work at a screen printing shop, and people would come in wanting like birthday shirts for their kid, wanting Disney. And I'm like,
Can't do
get
that.
out. Get out
Have
of
your
here.
kid draw me something.
So yeah, I feel you with, those big businesses do not play when it comes to their trademarks.
And it's also a sign too. So it's like, I see a lot of beautiful work out there from some home bakers, and I just want to yell at them and say, stop doing that. They're going to sue you. And with AI now, they are coming for everybody. They have little bots out there just searching. Are you using my Disney? Are you using my Moana? Are you using my whatever? My Mickey Mouse? My literally insert any trademarked anything here. If you see it on TV, if you've seen it like on a board game, you don't have the rights to that. Don't do it.
Right.
Yeah. And I say that in the nicest way.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
You don't want to risk your business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've talked a little bit about the corporate side of, doing branded cookies or whatever it may be, branded treats, corporate gifts, I'm sure are coming up for the holidays.
Oh, yes.
And you also mentioned this truffle making class that you've done as team building. Can you tell us more about like breaking into that
I want to do
B2B,
that.
the B2B world?
So, as a smart business person, one of the things I know is I know what I don't know. So, even though I got my MBA at the age of 25, I'm new into this culinary world, but I'm also new into being a business owner.
Yeah.
So, I surround myself and I get into all the business accelerators and all of the learning things that I can. So, one of the things that I learned was that my most profitable segment of my business is the corporate
Right.
B2B,
Right.
not the B2C, business to consumer or any of that. It's that corporate customer. So once I realized that, I just had to pivot because I started doing truffle making for the public last year. So we've got a couple of classes that will be coming up, just a handful, because I'm so busy for Christmas.
Sure.
But it was a no-brainer to move that truffle making that people love personally and offer it to the corporate world and say, you know what? Team building, it's so important. Companies who invest time into their teams, who recognize them, reward them, and all of that stuff, they see retention.
Yeah.
They see loyalty. So I tell people, I don't sell chocolate. I don't sell candy. I don't sell like any of that stuff to a business. I sell retention, and that is priceless. So I take literally everything, and I come right to you in your setting. You have room for 100 people. We'll make it happen for 100 people. We literally, you scoop the truffle. You roll the truffle, you decorate it, you get 6 different amazing curated. So if you want it themed, if we're doing holiday, we can break out the snowmen and the snowflakes and the Christmas colors and the gold and the this and the that. I did Cheryl's She Shed in the Sunshine Room, and it was a Sunshine Room theme, and the stickers were sun, and the sprinkles and all of that stuff. So literally we curate everything. We bring it to you. Your team has so much fun. We give giveaways, we have games, we have prizes, and they're eating and they're laughing and they're coloring their box, and their inner child is coming out, and they are like, this job is awesome, right? And then you leave and I clean everything up, and I go, and your employees or your friends or your executives are just like, this was awesome.
Yeah.
The sweetest meeting they've ever been a part of. I'm a mom, but I love a dad joke.
Oh, we love it. No, we love it.
But
That's awesome. So coming into this holiday season, you're going to be super busy, right?
Yep.
Is there any like new products that you want to tease, or any, like you said, classes, any events, any, things that you're going to be out and about at that you want to?
So Bri Sweet Treats actually next week is being transformed completely into like a gifting wonderland. I hired the most amazing designer, SCS Designs and Events, to come in and revamp my store. So I'm hoping it's just going to be this beautiful, more gift, like walk in, like, I need that gift, I need that, I need that.
Okay, yeah.
The things that are most popular right now, actually, if you can go online, shop BriSweetTreats.com and check out our holiday collection. We'll be adding more.
I'm gonna do that right
We
now.
have our advent calendars.
We were just
talking
talking
about
So let me tell you about my advent calendar.
Yes, please.
Most advent calendars do the 12-day countdown, and they have 12 pieces of candy, right?
Yeah.
I'm way more awesome than that.
Obviously.
My advent calendar has 16 pieces. 4 extra pieces. Don't you dare, after you open up all of those things, throw out your candy. You need to break it open and find your 4 extra. You need to pull it out and get your 4 extra treats.
Yeah.
Okay? So we have one that's a countdown to Christmas. It says Merry Christmas. We also have one that's Happy Holidays, because not everybody celebrates Christmas, but we still want to celebrate you. So those are super popular. Our freeze-dried candy, we're packaging in holiday packaging, so
cute.
Huge popular. We have like holiday mixer bags and stockings that are filled with different treats. So we just have so much going on, and we just started shipping
Oh,
Wow.
this year. So, I mean, when I tell you,
Game changer.
all of the things are happening. Our Dubai bar it's available for shipping, but we're sold out right now. We'll be making more for next weekend. Yeah, just lots. We'll be making our peppermint bark soon.
Ooh, yum.
So my dark sea salt almond all year round is traditionally my best seller until I make my peppermint bark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I can understand that. I'm a
Yeah.
big peppermint.
Yeah.
Peppermint chocolate. We were talking
We
about
also
that
were
too.
talking about that.
Mint and chocolate.
It's the best flavor profile. So the most sought after flavor combination in the entire world is chocolate and peanut butter. So if you have anything flavored chocolate, anything flavored peanut butter, that's gonna be incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Popular.
So good. Well, this has been exciting, and now I'm like,
I'm
let's
hungry.
hop on over and
I know. I'm
get
like,
some
I
gifts.
know where I'm going after this.
Right.
Which is Bri Sweet Treats.
How can people keep up with everything you're doing? You're crazy busy these days.
All right, so you can go to my website or you can go to my social media, and that is Shop Bri's Sweet Treats. So at Shop Bri's Sweet Treats on Facebook and Instagram, and you've got to do those doubles. So it's the double S, the double E, the double T, or you will find yourself somewhere else.
Yeah.
And you got to put that shop in there, or you will really find yourself someplace else.
Now I'm really curious.
So then you can find us at my retail store inside the Worcester Public Market. So the address is 160 Green Street, but the parking lot, folks, is in Harding Street. Okay? Plenty of parking. A full parking lot, a full street. There's 15-minute free parking now in the Harding Street parking lot. So if you're just coming, if you've ordered food or you want to grab your gift real quick and skedaddle, we've got you covered.
Yeah.
Anytime you're at an arena event, you can find us at the DCU Center.
Nice.
But mostly, also, if you go onto our social media, we do all of like the local fairs and festivals. So it's indoor season. We'll be on Sunday. Actually, we're at the Rhode Island Chocolate Expo.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
Tickets are selling out fast.
Chocolate Expo.
Amazing.
Yeah.
We're going to have cast members from A Christmas Story.
Oh, wow.
The most excellent Grinch cosplayer you've ever seen. An ugly sweater contest. I mean, there's like 100 or 60 vendors. Almost all of us sample. It's an amazing time.
Yeah.
I'll be at Shepherd Hill holiday fair. I'll be at the Last Star at the station. I'll be at the Arts Center for Worcester for their holiday. I'll be at Auburn. I do all of the things all of the time. Just follow me.
Yeah.
And you can be exhausted like me.
Thank you so much. So we end every episode with giving our guests the opportunity to shout out another woman-owned business or woman in business. You know all the people in the area, so I'm sure you have at least one
right.
person in mind.
I'm going to be real quick, and I'm just going to do two.
Okay.
My twin sister Echo owns is the executive director of 508 Cheer.
Yes.
Cultural, healthy eating, exercise resource. What she's doing with children and food insecurity and helping them to grow. It's incredible. Follow them, 508 Cheer. And then my amazing best friend Danielle Allard from Queenie Care, CBD, handcrafted, award-winning. Not only did she win the best of Metro West, she won the best of Central Mass, and she just won 2 awards at the Harvest Cup. When I tell you there's healing in her products, healing, one of the only things that helped to give my mother pain relief before she passed away. Check out Queenie Care, CBD, woman-owned, handmade, licensed, registered, the whole nine.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
Love it.
Thank you so much for coming out, and thank you for sharing. This has been awesome.
This was amazing.
you.
I'm going to
Appreciate
go
it.
eat some chocolate now.
Yeah.
For sure.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's time.
Hello.
Ready?
Hello.
Yes.
Oh, hello. Oh, hello. I'm back.
Okay, yeah. Time for Heart It or Hate It. I'm going to go first.
Do it up.
Heart It or Hate It. Yankee Swap.
Hate it.
Really?
I would prefer a Secret Santa.
Yeah, fair. Because Yankee Swap, it's like,
It's so I've done it a few times. I never really like it. It's like you have to get like the most generic gift.
Right.
One time we did it with my a few Christmases ago. We did it with my family that does Christmas up in Maine, and so we had everywhere from a 75-year-old white male
yeah.
to an 18-year-old female
Yeah.
or, 19 who's in college. Like,
Yeah.
what am I supposed to buy that potentially either of those people could get and enjoy?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I remember, so my husband's family has always done a Yankee swap. They stopped the last like couple years, but when we first started dating and were married, they would do one every year. And I was probably around 21. New to drinking. Very excited about the idea of drinking. I bought like a mixology like set, like a shaker and, things. And I was like, this is a great Yankee swap gift. All of his aunts and parents and older cousins already have all that stuff if they want it,
Oh,
so I could
I
tell
see.
no one was excited about that Yankee swap gift, and I was crushed.
Did you get it yourself?
No, someone else ended up with it because I would have loved it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was kind of like a moment
then
of realization for me.
What do you do for like the limit, the spending limit? Do you remember?
Yeah, we would usually do like a $30 limit.
Sounds about right. Yeah, I'd rather do Secret Santa where you know the person you're buying for and you can customize it and personalize it to them and something they'll actually use. Or just like a regular ass
Yeah.
buy for the people you want to buy for or don't.
I
Or
think
buy family or don't. Like
they eventually stopped doing it because the rule was supposed to be like, oh, we'll just do a Yankee swap and no one has to get other stuff.
and then everybody's
then
so bad about following that rule.
people, like, the aunts, like, still want to give
Yeah.
the different kids
Yeah.
gifts, but they're all, like, adult kids. Like, so.
That was the other issue in my family too, is we would do Yankee swap and the adults, like my dad, my uncle, my aunt would all say, they would say, all right, like we're just doing the Yankee swap, like that way we don't all have to buy for each other's families and blah 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 blah. And then my dad would be the jerk that would still show up with gifts for my aunt and gifts for my uncle and gifts for and it's like, no, the point was like we all agreed we weren't going to do that, and now you seem like the bad guy because you overspent.
Right.
So
It's like that episode of The Office when
Michael gets the iPod. He's like, yeah, spent $400. They're like, well,
what the fuck?
$20 spending limit. So,
I'm gonna say heart it.
really, okay.
Yeah, I just like I don't know. I like
I
getting.
just like an activity.
I do. I guess. Yeah. I guess that's it. Because I don't hate it
Come
at
up
all.
with a different activity.
Okay. We have done the game where like
You wrap stuff.
you have to wear mittens to unwrap.
Unwrap, yes, the
that was
saran
fun.
wrap and stuff.
That was fun.
Okay, that would be fun. Yeah, I wish my family did stuff like that. That would be
Yeah.
fun.
So yeah, that's okay. So
Okay.
I'll heart it.
My next one, I already said hate it, right?
Yes.
Okay, my next one is colored Christmas lights, so not white lights.
Okay.
She's really gonna think about it.
No, this has been a journey for me. A journey to acceptance, where I am now at the point where I heart colored Christmas lights.
Really? Okay.
Again, when my husband and when Jesse and I first moved in together, I was like, I want white lights. I want a beautiful, like, traditional looking Christmas tree. Growing up, we had colorful lights. Like
really?
We had it like all decked out in the colorful lights, and we had like really corny like tinsel, like red and green and crazy. And I was like, no, I want it to be like beautiful and elegant. And he was like, no, I love the colorful lights. That's what he had as a kid.
Has he won every argument in your life over Christmas?
Do I seem like the type of person that like stubbornly puts up a fight?
He's like, no, I want colored. You immediately cave. You're like, it's fine.
No, this was a journey actually.
Okay. So you started with white lights or no?
No, he was like, I want color lights, and I was like, fine, but I like went online and bought lights that were just red, green, and white.
Oh,
because I was like, that still feels like Christmassy and kind of elegant. So that was like my compromise. But then over the years, I just kind of like, I think I found an aesthetic, like a Christmas decoration aesthetic that was colorful, but I like it. So I kind of am going all out now with this like felted, retro, really like cute and cheery Christmas theme. So I've got my colorful lights with that, and I've got like pom-poms everywhere.
Yeah.
So heart it to answer your question.
I'm going hate it.
Yeah.
As a kid, my family did only white lights. And so, like, we would drive by houses with colored lights, and I'd be like, oh my God, those look so fun and cool. Because, like, whatever, you like the rainbow. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I was like, I want colored lights. And my dad always thought they were, like, I don't know, tacky looking or, like, weren't his taste or something. And
that's how I felt.
So I always thought, oh, when I'm an adult, I'm going to get colored lights. And then I grew up and I was also like, no, I just like the clean white light aesthetic, like a warm white light. So now I just do that. I wouldn't buy colored lights for my house.
I have in the past done white lights outside.
I did. See, that's so funny. I was just about to say, I did one year. Someone had 2 extra strands of colored lights. And they were like, oh, I'm not going to use these. And I was like, okay. So I put them on my deck.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't have put them on my tree or inside my house.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Interesting that you say that.
Well, that's kind of how I still get that, like, clean, traditional white Christmas look.
Yeah.
While still having the color. And I do like the decor that I have, especially now with Jamie. Like, it is really fun and vibrant. And just, like... And I also love, like... nostalgic ornaments. Like, I love having all, like, the mismatched ornaments from my childhood on the tree. Like, I don't have a...
Like a set of ornaments.
Yeah, I don't have a set of ornaments. It's very much, like, what I like to think of as, like, homey and...
Sure.
You know, happy childhood vibes. Hopefully.
All right, what's next?
My next one is not holiday related.
Okay.
Heart it or hate it, flaming hot snacks.
I'm gonna go hate it. I don't know, like the flaming hot Cheetos and stuff. I haven't had them. I don't know. There are better snacks out there for me. I like I know we talked about this at one point. I like salt and vinegar chips.
Yeah.
I like the
that thumb
cheddar. Sorry. I like the cheddar rice cakes. Those are good. So yeah, I'm not a flaming hot.
Cheddar rice cakes are
The
your
cheddar-
like, snack of choice.
I think they're so good. The Quaker.
I know.
The small little
Yeah,
rice cakes,
yeah,
not
yeah.
the big ones.
Yeah.
So good.
Are they?
Yeah.
I'll try it.
I'm obsessed. So yeah. Oh, the salsa, the garden salsa sun chips.
No. Jesse loves those. I don't like garden
think they're
salsa.
Tortilla chips with like buffalo chicken dip or 7-layer dip.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But no, not flaming hot Cheetos or whatever. You heart them, don't you?
Heart it.
Of course you do. Yeah.
Not all of them, but I love, actually, funnily enough, flaming hot Cheetos I don't really love, but I love like hot fries.
Oh, I forgot about those. Yeah.
I do like flaming hot Smart Food. I have a bag at home right now. And Game Changer, the other day, I was eating them, and I'm like, I'm sick and tired of washing my hands every 2 seconds. So I took out some chopsticks.
Really?
I did. And I was like, this is silly, but it was also...
Gets the job done.
It was genius.
Oh
It
my
slows
God.
you down.
That's
You know,
funny.
you can only have one at a time.
Oh my God.
And everything was clean. It was great.
Okay.
But
Good
yeah.
for you. Final heart it or hate it.
Okay.
Towel warmer.
Where does that come from?
I have a towel warmer.
You do?
Yeah, it's the most bougie thing I own.
Yeah.
1000%. Like, luxury.
Yes.
I got it for Christmas several years ago, and I use it every day religiously.
I've never in my life used a towel warmer.
Love it. I heart it.
Okay. Is it like Game Changer for getting out of the shower?
I think so. And
Yeah.
then I bought one for Catherine, who just
Yeah.
got married, as a wedding gift.
Yeah.
And she texted me like a few days after the wedding and was like, okay, towel warmer, already a game changer.
Is it just something that you plug in? Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not like maintenance to like...
No. It's just plugged in, and mine is like the bin.
Uh-huh.
Like it looks like a trash bin. You would open the lid, put the towel in, put on. There are others. There are like towel warmer bars, things like that. But no, I like the bin one where you just put it in.
I do like the idea of it because I love when laundry just comes out of the dryer.
Okay.
And it's nice and toasty.
Good. There are some people. I had a friend once stay at my house while I was on vacation. And she stayed to watch the cats and stuff. And she was like, oh, I'll use the towel warmer. And I was like, yes, please do. And she used it. And she was like, not a fan. It makes me feel hot and sweaty when I just get out of the shower. And I was like, okay, so I guess some people aren't into the idea, but I love it.
I'm already
toasty.
convinced. I was going to
Okay.
say hate it, but now I think that this could be a game changer for my life because I usually dread taking
Getting
a
out of the shower?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I don't want to take a shower
It's
because then I'm going to
freezing.
have to be cold when I get out.
Yeah. You got to get a towel warmer.
I'm adding it to my list.
Yeah. That's a good gift from Santa.
Yeah, dear Santa.
Dear Santa, and maybe he'll come early with it.
Maybe.
You never know when Santa shows up in my household.
Yeah, apparently.
Could be tomorrow.
All right, that's it for Heart It or Hate It this week. Thanks so much for watching. Again, thanks to Studio 50 at WICN Studios for hosting us. And that's it. So, later, ladies.
Later, ladies.
Let me just get out of this parallel parking spot without hitting anyone.
Or hitting someone. That's fine, too.
Should we start the episode?
Yeah, we should.
Talking about...
Oh, fucking A, dude.